2, 1. Go.
Are you doing the intro or am I doing the intro?
We've already started, so
That's the
welcome.
intro, boys.
Welcome
Oh.
to Pisslo episode 13. I'm here with Jepman, Shiney, and Collat.
We also have a Pisslo Discord now. If people want to join in that to ask, well, suggest topics or like apply to be a guest or like show your interest that you want to be a guest on the show, then go join the Discord. We got channels for that. I don't know what else you use it for, but yeah. What else do you use the Discord for, Pixie? Is that it?
Yeah, mainly just that. Like, just engage with us. Like, talk to us. You guys, we've got a form there now for if you would like to come on and talk about some topics. We'll go through that weekly and pick a couple through and get some guests on. We'll have a laugh.
Do we want to start with... with the Discord, I'm also making like, or naming emotes after people, just like within the community. So if you see an emote that looks cool and you're like, hey, can you name that emote after me? Then we'll be like, yeah, maybe. At the moment, we got a couple for Shiny. I think Jacob and Thrashy have one, G-Bear has one, and Maddie has one. But yeah, there's some pretty cool emotes in there. Looking to add more if you guys have suggestions. And yeah.
Wait, does that mean I can get an emote?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So do we want to go into the playoff format then? Because it wasn't what we thought it was going to be.
No.
Yeah, it's awful.
Yeah, it sounds pretty interesting.
What Bonobo actually thought it was set up that way?
I don't know.
Okay,
That's pretty much what I said earlier.
be specific with what you guys are talking about, because yeah, so one of the problems that I had was I think it should have been first versus fourth in semis, but instead it's first versus third and second versus fourth. So I disagree with that. But you guys also disagree with other shit, basically the length of it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't so much have an issue with first versus third, second versus fourth. I think that's better because it should be theoretically the gap between the teams should be quite similar. Whereas if you put first versus fourth, that's a much larger gap than second and third should be. So
That's
it
a very
should, in general,
interesting
make for
point.
closer competition.
Yeah.
If you do the way they have.
Is it okay if I like sort of question that a little bit? Because you do
Yeah.
raise a very interesting point. Okay. In that sense, first, third, second, fourth, if you are, say, one of the third, fourth teams that are going into playoffs, so you're like in your final week,
Yeah.
do you tank that last week to ensure you're fourth? Because then you play against second, right, instead of first. So it almost gives an
Yeah.
advantage to the fourth place team to play against second rather than first. And I also feel like you intentionally give an advantage to first. That's why they play against eighth in an 8-team playoff. And in other competitions, you'd normally see first against fourth in like top 4 playoffs.
Yeah, so if the first place seed didn't want to verse the third place seed, they could always take to second, and then they get to verse fourth, I guess, as well.
Yeah, it just seems kind of odd. But
Yeah,
like,
no, that's a good point.
you
I
do
didn't
raise a
think of
great
that.
point. Like, it is definitely more even in terms of like who's versing who. I agree with you there, because like, if you have like top 4 and you have to have someone versus someone, it obviously makes sense first play second and third play fourth. But then there's no fucking point, right? You'd have the bottom half of the bracket playing the top half of the bracket in a grand final. That wouldn't make sense. You need like the two. You ideally want your 2 best teams.
Yeah, and obviously that's the point of playoffs. Always
Yeah.
is to attempt to get the 2 best teams.
In the grand final, obviously, yeah, absolutely, completely agree there. And so like, I suppose there's an argument that first gets obviously seeded first by playing through X amount of weeks of games, or however long the event is. Like, we'll be objective here, not necessarily this circuit, but any event really. In any sporting competition, you'd have like X amount of weeks for a circuit, and then you would be seeded based on like your performance, right? And like you reward or at least the argument is that you reward the team that performed the best throughout the entire length of the event by having the easiest run to grand final, and that's obviously through first playing 8th or first playing 4th or so on. Like the highest seed always plays the lowest seed in majority of competitions, at least. And I think that's the argument for that, is to reward first place and is to incentivize other teams to compete for first place by like essentially guaranteeing an easier run to the grand final. There have been instances in like past events in various different sporting communities where like there's been upsets where like the lower seed team ends up taking out the first place, or the higher seeded team, I should say. But like not like in majority of cases, like at least statistically speaking, you'd expect the higher seed to take the win. So like when you're like drafting a playoff group, when you can't know who's going to win what, you basically go first plays 8th, first likely wins, and you would draft it so that ideally you'd have first and second in the grand final, at least based on the seeds, right? So if you put the
It also depends if you wanted to do a single elimination style bracket, a double elimination style bracket.
Yeah,
of
true,
What they do
yeah.
in like I think.
Yeah, whether they get the first round
what
bye.
EULC, LEC, that's the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
I do
LCS
like
has
that
got
format.
a really scuffed
Yeah.
6-man semi-double elimination.
Yeah, no, I don't know
It's
about
really
that
bad.
one. That's a little
It's really
complicated.
bad.
But I really like the what is it? First place seed gets first round bye. I love
Yeah.
that.
Also, then when it does get to quarters eventually, I have heard of first place seed gets to pick between the teams that they play. So they actually get to choose if they want to play third or fourth place.
Yeah, I think
Okay,
Andy
but
brought
if-
that up. I don't
If
mind
you are
that.
first though, like, are you picking third or fourth?
I mean, because that could... It also could show, at least in higher tiers of play, where the level of competition
Alright,
is supposed
yeah,
to be
yeah, yeah.
closer, that
Yeah, I
you
give you
could pick
that,
your
yeah.
stylistically better match.
Yeah, okay.
Or-
I completely agree with you there. In
yeah.
higher elos of play, where like the differential between teams is like more
But we're in
minute.
Pisslo.
Well, even
I
with
mean,
us being
object-
Pisslo, right? We're the third seed team. Do you think we're the
Yeah.
third best team in the tournament, Jiva?
I mean, I'm a little biased by my team, but no, I
Okay,
don't
well,
think
yeah,
so.
we might be biased, but like, if I was Kraken, like, I wouldn't be picking us, like, to play us in semis. Like, I'd want to wait until the finals.
But what if
yeah,
you were fourth place
absolutely.
by some slip up then? Well, then would Kraken
Yeah, but see,
force
that's
to play
the
you in
thing. Like,
fourth, or would they
if-
then choose third place?
That's the thing. If teams knew this was going to be the playoff format, then like maybe we would have dropped down to fourth to have an easier match against second place rather than play Kraken who's first. You know what I mean? Like it's incentivizing
that's
losing.
a good point that you did
And-
bring up.
Any rule, regulation, whatever the fuck that incentivizes losing or not playing your best should just be fucking removed altogether. It shouldn't even be open to interpretation. It should be just completely scrapped and removed. Every single rule and
Yeah.
regulation should have a defining focus as forcing players to be as competitive as possible, to do as best as possible, and that's why, in my opinion, first seed's rewarded in that sense.
Yes.
But with
So
that's-
we basically all agree that first seed should have some sort of advantage.
Yes, agreed.
So I don't mind the idea that they like could get to choose who they verse. That'd be fair enough, I think.
yeah, I'd see that. Yeah, if they
That would be
like,
good, yeah.
but the thing with that is though, like,
'Cause
when
maybe you
choosing
just
who to verse
actually
in their
don't wanna
semi,
play a team.
yeah, but if they choose who they verse in the semi, how do you structure the bracket though, right? Because like you have to have like
Well, I
teams
mean-
on the same side. You know what I mean? Or do you just sort of,
You
like,
don't.
swap
I think
them?
you still just play
No,
quarters
no.
like we just played, and then
Oh, but it
after the
doesn't-
quarters are done, then you can just
Right,
rearrange
right.
it based on what first
Yeah,
seed
okay.
wants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No, that makes sense.
That's-
yeah.
that's
Okay.
pretty much
It wouldn't
how
be
it
like
goes.
you wouldn't predetermine it as like a flow-on effect. You'd
Yeah.
wait till they. Yeah.
I
right.
think-
Fair enough.
think
Yeah.
that's
I think
how
that
they
makes sense.
run
Like
worlds,
it would be.
actually.
It'd be like an adaptable. Is adaptable the right word?
Yeah, it
I
is.
suppose.
I
Still
think
good
that's how they
bracket.
run worlds, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Is it?
Having like
Which
a flexible
I
bracket. Oh, no.
believe you.
I don't think that's how they run worlds. No,
Isn't
I
it?
don't think it's not a choice.
Well,
What have I
they-
seen?
it's
Where
based
have I
on
seen that
seeded.
then?
From my memory, I don't think there's like a pro league for League of Legends at least. I don't think there's a pro league that does a choice-based system.
because
I know the
I-
tennis does it. Wait, no, I think tennis is random seeding for third and fourth.
Tennis is definitely random seeding.
Yeah, it's like first and
I've-
second
I've
are opposite sides of the
seen-
bracket, and then they're like random seed 3 to 4. So it's
I
like
feel like it's
point-
happened in LCS before they made this change because I've heard Sneaky and Double Lift talk about on their TriCast and co-streams
I
about
mean,
how
maybe
they
it was a
would
thing they used to
stylistically
do.
choose
Right,
which team
yeah.
they wanted to play against because some teams they knew were the better team in general,
Yeah.
but they had a better matchup against the better team because
And these
of the
teams
way
like
they
know
played
each
the
other
game.
too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they've been playing with each other for
And scrim
years,
history, like match history on
Yeah.
stage. Yeah. I
Yeah.
agree there that it definitely
and maybe you know
it would
as
be
well that the better team hasn't been performing as good just
Yeah.
recently, and the worst team is on the up and come up. And as well as if you're the worst team, if you're the underdog, I feel like you just kind of go into the game caring a little less, and you might play a little crazier. You might play a
Yeah.
little bit more like a scrim, like a regular game. And with that relaxed mentality, could allow you to play far
you
beyond
get those upsets.
what you normally perform. And that's where upsets come in.
Yeah, yeah. I'm down for that, honestly. So yeah, I mean for me it's like either the top seed plays bottom seed or top seed gets a choice. I don't think having like a forced hand to make it the semis entirely even doesn't make sense to me. Because
Yeah.
like first third is like arguably a close match compared to first fourth, obviously.
It's
And
like
second,
it's like the time that they like handpicked which teams would verse each other. It's really
that's
weird.
That was so cringe.
Oh, was that Team
that
G
one.
that did that?
I think it was BSV, no?
Both did it a little bit.
Oh, they
Oh
both
yeah,
have done it.
they both
A
have
li-
Right.
for a little bit, they've both done it.
Oh,
At least.
Team
yeah,
G did
yeah.
it that latest one.
Disgusting.
Administrators should have no say in regards to like who's playing who in terms of an event bracket or circuit brackets, like thing like that, because like there's just so much like
I mean,
bias in that, so much personal opinion, right? And I just
Yeah.
just no fair way to do it. It would either have to be random seeding or based on some form of statistic that you can like quantitatively measure, not just
it
like
gets-
matter of opinion.
it gets really muddy really quickly once you start making any slight changes, especially because you have as Jeps like mentioned before in previous things, like for fun players and teams that want to play this for fun and are much less competitive. If that team gets randomly seeded against the by far outstanding best team, then I'm pretty sure the admins would look at it and be like, well, that's not going to be fun. So let's get the two... Because I can remember while playing for Lo-Fi, we often would have our teams up against each other in the first round, and the top half of the bracket would be super stacked with all the best, like you guys, the 3 Lo-Fi teams, and whatever the other like good teams were to round that out. The top half of the bracket would be very stacked. And the bottom half of the bracket would be a bunch of like randoms, people who just rocked up. And I do not mind that it gives the people who are more for fun a chance to just play and have fun and have a little bit more of a chance. But at the same time, it's doing that at competitive integrity's detriment.
Yeah, completely agree.
And,
like
once you start meddling with that, it becomes you can lose trust very quickly. And you can be easily said that, like, oh, well, you're fixing it, or you're setting up one team to do better than the others, or it's just once you start changing it a little bit, you can't, like, you cross the line. All.
There also was an issue where players were speaking to the admin team, can we verse this team when they were setting up? That was another issue. That was.
I mean, fuck. If any admin did that, they'd be shooting themselves in the fucking foot. Like, I can't imagine any admin being dumb enough to just be like, "Oh yeah, you guys want to play each other? Sure, why the fuck not?" And then like, you know, manually do the bracket like that.
I'm pretty sure we've been a part of a bracket like that at some point.
I'm not gonna name names, but Envy, I'm pretty sure once. Like,
Envy asked to play us
God.
first round or some shit, didn't he? And then it just so happened that that was the game, and then they said it was random, but it's like, well, what are the chances?
Well, because I do remember, I'm not actually gonna name names, but I am at the same time. In Lo-Fi, we did get the same team, like we'd get our sister team against each other consistently for like 3 weeks in a row. And someone did mention me like, hey, do you mind if we actually don't play each other first fucking round for once? Because we could do this in our own free time. We don't have to show up to these tournaments to play each other.
I
So
think
then-
we had
Yeah.
Which
similar-
is the different side of the same coin,
we
right?
had a similar
Asking to
thing.
play versus asking not to play.
I think it's the same thing with what you mentioned about the for fun stuff as well. Like,
Yeah,
I feel like they got like, you can't have it fucking both ways. Where you got where like,
you
you
can't
can't
have
have
your cake and eat it too.
yeah, exactly. Like these tournaments, especially when there's like only like, for example, the weekly tournaments are a fantastic example of what you said with the random seeding, where like one side of the bracket will just get fucking stacked and the other side won't. And like as you said, it's not bad for the for fun teams to play more than one game in that event week because most of these teams get knocked out first round and then that's it for the night. They just fuck off and play flex. Like that's not fun. And so yeah, I agree. It's better for the for fun teams because it gives them, a couple rounds to actually play in. But like these tournaments aren't. Oh, I mean, they are for fun. Like that's the whole point of playing a video game in the first place. But like, if you're not going to take it competitively, you shouldn't be going into these expecting to have any kind of success, though, right? Like you need to
I'd
be a bit
agree.
realistic. Like the teams that want to succeed in these events are going to be competitive. Like they're going to be like working on self-improvement, working on their champ pools, like even scouting other teams they're going to play against. And then there's other teams that like barely play 5 flex games a fucking week. They probably play like fucking Fortnite or some shit, and then their mates are like, "Oh, yo, bro, we're hopping off for tourney." It's like, "Oh yeah, sure." And they get home from work, boot up League for the first time in the week, and then they go into a tourney, get smashed first round, and complain.
Yeah.
Like,
No, that unironically, that's exactly how I first got into this scene at all. A friend of mine just mentioned it, and because I wanted to like I had a shit dream of being like, oh yeah, I want to be a league pro one day or something. But,
no, I get you. Like, there are some
Yeah.
people that are more naturally competitive than others,
Yeah,
and I mean,
and-
everyone's going to be exposed to the scene for their first time at some point, right? Like
Yeah,
that's no issue. It's more so like recurring teams signing up expecting to just sort of
do well.
honestly muck around and not take it seriously at all and just play just for shits and gigs, and then
Yeah,
they
well-
still expect to be successful. Like if
Yeah.
that's how you want to treat it, you need
We-
to be
we
realistic
rock-
and accept the fact that you're going to get knocked out first round against teams that are putting in the effort.
Yeah, well, we rocked up around like 3 to 4 weeks in a row, and like got dumpstered 20-minute FFs or like 20-minute like the Nexus was destroyed. And this is season 9, where the game would last much longer, by the way,
Yeah,
Normally.
it was less snowball.
or like season 8. And we rocked up for like a month, like once a week each of them. Just like no practice. We're all fucking bronze, silver, trash, playing games, and just
I
like,
assume you guys probably didn't scrim or anything like that.
fuck no.
Yeah.
They hated competitive shit. They only did it because I asked them. I was like, hey, can we do this a couple of times? And they did it for me,
Yeah.
which, because like they're good friends of mine, but
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
they didn't enjoy it, so that's why they stopped playing it.
Yeah, 'cause,
but
like,
they
competitive's not
didn't
for
have
everyone.
the expectation of doing well, which I feel like is a big thing. People don't quite. I did personally have the expectation. I was like, oh yeah, we're good. We can do well. We play together a lot. And then my eyes were clearly very harshly opened. It was like, we are nothing compared to like people that even have a semblance of a brain to understand that like the game to me was still so foreign and so new. People were just like, even when you guys first time we played, of just like with Sparky and Shiny playing like Super Yumi when that shit came out. It's like you guys had clearly practiced that, and it was something that I wasn't prepared to deal with people who practiced something. And it made me realize that like I can't just mess around and expect to do well. If I want to do well, I have to be consistent with a group of consistent people and play well consistently and practice consistently. And that got my competitive drive going. And that's why I wanted to like play these more. But again, you can't just like, it was a rude awakening, and you can't just rock up to these like tournaments expecting competitive integrity to do well and to not put in practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Shiny, Sparky, Pixie, what are you guys? We've spoken about like the seeding for the bracket. What are you guys' thoughts on like the teams taking like the week-long breaks in the bracket? So like quarters being played over 2 weeks and semis being played over 2 weeks.
Just drags it out. It's not super competitive at the same time. It's a for fun tournament. Like, we can get this done in 4 weeks, not 8 weeks. My
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Like,
People don't need a week to scout. They can Just
Yeah, like I can understand where they're coming from, and maybe they want more viewership, so they drag the tournament out slightly longer, so they get more viewers over a longer period of time. But fuck, like as Shiny and Sparky both said, like we don't need a fucking week to scout someone. Like
also a note on that is people watching the games also get sick of watching quarters after a while. They get sick of watching playoffs. Like
They want to see progression.
exactly.
I don't think anyone was interested in watching first seed versus 8th seed as well. Like
No,
the
because
Alpha
kind of-
Division 1 was pretty good, but for Div 2 and Div 3, I think it was pretty shit games to watch.
Unfortunately, yeah, the
Yeah.
skill gap in the lower divisions isn't as close. So 1 versus 8, there's a big difference. So kind of know who's gonna win 9 times out of 10.
And I guess one of the reasons it's just been brought into the fucking chat is they wanted to stream more games. But if you want to say if you wanted to stream more games, have like not necessarily a co-stream, but say like a BSV Live 1, where it's like you're not necessarily going to have casting on that channel, but at least have that stream up. So if people want to go watch a different game, they can go watch a different game.
Even easier, if you want to target a different audience, like get the VOD of the tournament and then cast after the game's done and then upload it to either Twitch or restream on Twitch or put on YouTube.
Yeah, you could rebroadcast it, like a live rebroadcast.
Exactly. People don't know that it's not being played right then. You're just commenting on a recorded game.
And I don't think people care either.
No,
if people are going to watch it, they're going to watch it.
Yeah, they want it for the content, not just oh, it's live happening right now. Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't
Couldn't
think
give a shit.
live is that important to a lot of people
Yeah.
in these types of like live's a little important to me when it comes around to like LCS Grand Finals.
Oh yeah.
And it's my team playing. If it's not that specific instance, I couldn't give a shit.
Yeah, I feel you. Like World's Finals, I'm watching that shit live.
Oh,
Yeah,
If it's
man,
just
it's
like
like the watch
C9's
party
VOD
at
against
1 a.m.
fucking RNG or some shit, yeah, man, I'll watch it when I get
Yeah,
around
see,
to
I'm
it.
about to
Easy.
clap
Yeah,
some
yeah.
cheeks, baby.
Yeah, boys.
But yeah,
But, yeah,
I
when
like
C9's in
the...
the grand final, I'm watching that live.
I like the idea of like having an exclusive game just for their YouTube channel as well, because like it gets people to go actually watch their YouTube, which is something that not many people do at the moment.
It gives people more time to interact with them on their own schedule rather than on BSV's schedule.
Yeah.
Because as in my case, I work throughout
Yeah.
2 of the 3 nights that they play.
I mean, to their credit though, like they do upload like some VOD highlights from their streams on their YouTube.
It's not highlights, it's just raw gameplay. But yeah, they do.
Oh, it's just raw. Oh, okay.
Like it's the raw Twitch VODs. Yeah, I've had a look at the YouTube channel a couple times.
I was okay. I've seen the channel. I haven't watched any of the videos because they're like 40+ minutes. I thought they were maybe highlights. If it's just a VOD of the stream that you can just watch on Twitch, then yeah.
I mean, I don't mind them putting that on YouTube. That's good because like the VOD only
It's a
lasts
little
on
bit of
Twitch for like a
editing.
week, right?
15 days maybe?
15.
2 weeks. It's 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, I just
Yeah,
think
'cause,
that they could have like more attractive things on the YouTube, like an exclusive game. Like nobody's watching these YouTube videos. They all have like
Bro, honestly
next to
true. Like I look
reviews.
at these YouTube videos and like they don't even have good thumbnails. I go click on the Helios Esports YouTube channel, beautiful fucking Pisslo thumbnails, man. Like
they don't
it's
have
just so
all have
eye-catching.
thumbnails. Just go
oh
next.
wow, some of them do. I'm sure the thumbnail editor's working hard.
You can pay like some kid like $5 on Fiverr.
yeah, you
That's
just use
pretty
Fiverr
good.
and you outsource it. Yeah. I mean, you can outsource the editing of the VOD.
Can we shout out one specific graphic?
Oh yeah, you gotta shout out your brother, I suppose. Go ahead.
Mr. Arcane on the best.
Yeah, designed the graphics for Pisslo.
Did he
Oh,
actually?
did he do this as well?
He did the overlays, yeah.
Oh, what a legend.
Oh, Pog.
Oh,
Good
probably
shit.
because he already had the weekend shit. It was
And
easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If anyone is legitimately looking for him, or for someone to like just do a really quick YouTube thing, I'm fairly sure if you send him a message, he'd be keen.
I'm pretty sure BSV have their own graphics people as well, I think.
Well, they're clearly not doing that good of a job then.
I
They don't have
Oh,
thumbnails for their YouTube videos.
I can confirm there is a production team.
Pew pew.
I cannot confirm what they do or do
Let
not
me
do.
just have a look at
I have
this
no
guy's
idea. I
Let's
don't.
just say I am not directly affiliated with
Yeah,
this stream. I am a guest. My opinions are my own and are not
Yeah,
set by the players here.
I'm pretty sure your boy Diamond Dave is the graphic designer for them. Am I
Okay.
wrong?
I
Or
have
you
no
don't know.
idea, but if
Okay.
he is, I fucking hope not. Diamond Dave's the most unprofessional person I've ever met when it comes to things like this, and his ability as a graphic designer is disgustingly bad.
I mean, I agree. That's just what I've been told.
Like, the man doesn't even have an education regarding graphic design.
Alright, well,
He's
limit
got
testing
no-
was too expensive for them, mate.
Unlike Mr. Arcane, who I believe is in his 3rd or 4th year in university doing graphic design.
Is
Yeah,
it
see,
3
exactly.
years in?
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh.
See, that's
thought he was
exactly
young.
someone you'd want to like look for,
Yeah,
right?
he is. He's like a year younger than me.
And like limit testing even like completed the bachelor's of graphic design, so like that's someone I'd go to for graphics.
Oh yeah, Limit's pretty good as well.
Even Galaxybear, honestly, like he has no like degree or anything. I think he can do a thumbnail.
Yeah, you just
Oh, I
plug in
made the
yourself
Pisslo
at this
thumbnails
point.
look alright.
Yeah, exactly. Alright, anything else to say on the playoff format, guys?
No.
So just to recap. So the seeding could have been better. Give first place more advantage. Tight, close semis don't ensure your top 2 teams in grand final. Full stop.
Correct.
Yeah.
Taking too long. Like, come on, we had 10 weeks of playoffs, of play-ins. Sorry, let's get these games over with. Like, I don't want to wait a week.
Let's get ready to play next week, right? But then you guys told me that we're not going to be playing next week. I'm like, why not? It's the semi-finals. It's a weekly thing, isn't it? Like, no,
we're
it's not.
relaxing.
To be fair, I did tell you that we weren't playing next week, and you still thought we were.
I
Yeah, I gotta be
mean,
honest, guy.
This,
You
no,
know.
like, but this
But
playoff,
he does have a point. Though.
Yes,
the
I
playoff thing,
don't
it
think there
makes
should be a
no
week.
sense. Like, what is this?
Yeah, you lose interest so quickly. It's just like,
Yeah.
Bro, I'm gonna be anxious all next week, wanting to play, and I just gotta
Yeah.
sit there and do nothing.
Well, we're
If you
still
give
gonna
me-
scrim. You're not sitting there doing nothing, buddy.
Oh well.
If you
I
give me
mean,
one more
yeah,
week,
I'll
I
find
might take 2
ways-
months off.
I'll find ways to
yeah.
occupy my time, but like, I'd rather be moving forward with
I think
through the
short
bracket.
short and sweet is a good memo that they
And, like-
could take away from it. It's just like tie this down to 4, maybe
Yeah.
6 weeks, and run it consistently 6-week blocks.
And it also
Yeah, new
means the next-
teams can jump in or jump out in.
Oh,
and look, if
dude, yeah.
another team wanted to join, they have to wait 10 fucking
Yes.
weeks.
I didn't even think of that. That's such a
Like,
good
I'm
point.
sitting here because I've just been recently notified just on Friday nights. I might be looking to play here or there, but I've got to wait for you guys to finish like another 4 weeks.
Yeah, dude, exactly. Like,
Bro, that's a
imagine
month
teams
away.
that got knocked out didn't make top 8. Like, they have to wait forever for this shit to end because we're not doing weeklies
Yeah.
at the moment. Like, imagine
Yeah.
teams that didn't even make sign-ups. They've had to wait all 10 weeks of play-ins. Now they're gonna wait another 8 weeks, 10 weeks of playoffs. Like, oh my gosh.
Wait, is 8-week play-in and 10-week playoff?
Something like that.
So,
8-week playoff? What's
the
from absolute first game to grand finals? What's the time bracket
18
there?
weeks, I think.
18
yeah,
weeks?
surely it's not that much. So there was
Surely
5
not.
weeks for the round robin, 2 for quarters, 2 for semis, 1 for finals. So 10 weeks total. I'm pretty sure.
Actually, what's a round robin format? Is it like you play one team,
Uh,
or do you play
yeah,
two
we play
teams in
one-
one night?
yeah, we played the 2
Best of
teams in one
ones.
night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say they should at least be you play 2 or even 3 teams in one night. I think 3 wouldn't be bad. You're doing best of ones anyway. It's only 3
Yeah.
games.
I brought that up to So
And
I
that
was
would
I
allow
was
you
just
to
like
get it done
discussing
in
that
3
with
weeks.
someone the other day. Their argument for
The math works out great as well. For
playing
that.
2 games instead of 3 games is some teams like to do prep and preparing to play 3 different games, like 3 different teams in one night,
Well, you
may be a
have
bit
a
too
week
much.
You have a full week.
games.
Speaking as one of the probably most competitive teams in these events, I can
Yeah.
guarantee you that for one, other teams are not doing prep, and 2, prepping 3 games is not that hard.
It's
And
really not.
what it took us maybe an hour,
Not
2
even.
hours,
It was like 30
like not
minutes.
even that, to prep for like a game. So, and if you can't retain the information, there's a beautiful thing on the interwebs called a Google Doc.
Yeah.
Write your shit down.
No, I agree with all of that as well. Like I think we would have been fine to play 3 games on a night, considering like with the single elim we'd play like 5 games on a night. I was just
Yeah,
sharing
that's what I
like
was
other
gonna say,
people's
compared to-
views. I don't know like what a lot of the
And
other
also-
teams think on that exactly.
No, I would
Well-
agree, because if you're going to also do a weekly tournament, you're up till 10, 11 o'clock normally doing a weekly tournament, so why can't you play 3 or 4 games in a tournament scene?
Exactly. You're
Yeah.
committed to the tournament, so you either play it or like you
Like,
have
the,
to dip.
the
and use
only
sub.
teams that would be like so fucking new to that would be the ones that are like the normal first round knockouts, right? Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
And honestly,
uh,
I think
I don't
they'd
really
enjoy
want
it
to
as well.
flame. Just in for example with Echo Division, right? There was one team. I feel bad, but whatever. Evict Hades, right? They lost like every fucking game, and I mean, even in the weekly events, they get first rounded all the time. So for a team, for them, right, playing multiple games in a single night would be a somewhat new experience, and so like. But it's a positive thing. They don't play
Yeah.
one game and then fuck off for the rest of the night. They get to actually play a tournament.
I
Yeah,
wish I could do
that's
that.
why I don't like the single elim weeklies.
Is this a? Sorry, I'm naming names real bad here, real quick. Is that Cheesy's team?
I don't.
Evicted.
Uh,
Hades.
I'm
I don't-
actually good friends with them.
I only
Cheesy,
know
I-
one person on Evict.
Okay.
Their support
If
is
it's-
Evict Gamer Grill. She has like a Twitch
Okay.
stream.
Maybe never mind. Maybe it's someone else.
Yeah, of course, that's the one you remember.
She's the only one that like has a stream or anything.
Yeah,
so
no,
when I want to
you're
watch
true,
their
you're true.
pods, that's the one I go to.
Oh yeah, number 1 for research.
Well, I want to see what they play, right? Because scouting, like all the other fucking teams.
for
should do.
research purposes, dude.
Yes,
Scouting.
research and science purposes.
I really like Envy's stream as well when he scrims
When
with
he does
Star
the Read
Wolves
the
versus
Voice.
Basically Challenger just before we versus Basically Challenger.
That was interesting.
Pixie, check
but-
Twitch whispers, by the way.
Definitely
whispers.
from a first round knockout team's perspective, because I've been there for fucking ages. It's definitely like playing more games is not going to be a bad thing unless you lose all 3 in the night. Then you might be a little annoyed by the 3rd game, but guess what? Good news. That was your last game. You don't have to play any more after that anyway. You
Yeah.
got a whole week before, and that way they can. And it's a 10-team bracket, right?
Yeah, so you'd
Yeah.
give,
So one team
finish it in 3 weeks
others.
instead of 5.
Yeah, and then you can do you can do top 4 teams move on. You do quarterfinal, you do semifinals 1 week, and then you do grand finals a week after, and then you've got 5 weeks. You're done.
Yeah.
Bring in new teams, bring in new players, run it again.
I would have
Play it
liked.
again,
I'd
change
like
things
to
up
see
maybe.
like double elim or like some other style for playoffs though.
You could definitely experiment with it.
Well, this is
I
their
just-
first
yeah.
tournament, so
It's not
Yeah.
their first tournament. I hate that excuse. It's their first tournament using the divisions. That doesn't change the
Yeah.
playoff format for a tournament.
but that's what I get told. is
That's
their
such a
first time
piss
doing
poor
it.
excuse.
It's a piss excuse for Pisslo.
Look, there's a few issues that I don't like about it too. Like, why do they have to be so strict on times? Like, can't we just like move times up by half an hour and start games half an hour later? No? Some of us that have to
half an hour.
travel an hour and a half to get home from work.
Okay, I mean, I think the time thing is fair enough. Like, teams don't want to be waited around half an hour
Yeah.
or whatever.
Yeah, but
as
if you get to
well.
like communicate with the other team and it's the admins going, no, fuck you, you have to play at this time.
Oh yeah, if the
Yeah.
other team
Yeah.
agree, I think it should be fine. But
Yeah. There should be some common sense and some leeway and a little bit of movement here or there. It's like if you do say though, like, yo, I'm going to be half an hour later because it takes me ages to get home from work, but we can start at this time. As long as you're not any later than that, I don't see an issue with it.
Yeah.
If you said for example 7 o'clock start and then you don't actually show up till 7:15, it's like then the teams
then
are
there's
actually
an
waiting
issue,
45 minutes and there's an issue. But look, if you did speak with the other team about it, and the only person that had a problem was the admins, that's like, unless your game's being streamed, then just pick a different fucking team to stream, bro. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not. It's really not
that
hard. It's not fucking hard.
Yeah.
It's not like it's rocket science. Rocket science.
Just get a bunch of idiots on, host a talk show for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Who
Shit,
does
talk
that?
to teams for half an hour. Like, go through and do the scouting for the other team while they're waiting on stream.
That would be some legitimate good content, would be having outside perspectives, kind of actually what's the word? Analyzing the teams that are playing and the players. Maybe take a look at the solo queue, what they've been playing. Like, actually spend some time looking at these people. And like, I don't know, maybe bring someone in and be like, have a after game or post game or pre-game interview and be like, yo, what's up? What have you been practicing recently? What are you planning on doing tonight? Like, interact with the people that you're trying to have interact with you.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I mean, I even fucking had a bit of a conversation with them one time. Like, what are your thoughts on like having an analyst test segment where you can like get people on?
That's
And
what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, like an analyst test segment. And last time I brought it up, I thought I got told it's too hard. Let's not do that.
Oh, how?
It was mainly because of the personnel required. Like, you need
an analyst.
You need maybe, well, let's say two analysts, like, so they can bounce off each other, right?
Yeah, so you need two people that have a general understanding of the level of play that's going on. They don't need to be any higher than like Plat.
No.
Because they're not casting anything higher than Plat.
No.
All they need is a very general understanding and be able to like operate a computer.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure like most of us fit that description right now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, it almost sounds like BSV staff. So, there's some people that are in there that want BSV to succeed, and other people are just sitting around being staff just for the power and not really motivated to do anything.
I mean, you have that everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even just in like community orgs. Yeah, sorry, Shiny, go ahead.
I mean, look, BSV, if you want me to run your tournaments and stuff, we'll do it.
Alright,
Is Shiny gonna have his 2-week vacation, go run analyst desk again?
I down do that shit. That shit was fun. I enjoyed it.
Alright, anything else you guys want to say on this before we move on?
Yeah, why can't we do weekly tournaments and this long-ass tournament at the same time? Get these people in.
Would you want to do both?
No, well, the people playing in the closed circuit probably wouldn't find time, but like, you can search for new teams and new players to come and grow like the scene.
Yeah,
because it's a little stale at the moment. It's the same teams playing week in and week out.
Yeah.
The same people for the last like 2 years, dude. I haven't played for 2 years and I still know you.
Yeah.
I wish I didn't know everyone.
That's a good point.
So where are they supposed to get, like, you can't just have a tournament and have people show up though, like, you have to advertise it somewhere. So where would you recommend, like, how do you recommend that they get people in?
Well, there's plenty of social media platforms.
There's
You got
so
the
many.
forums, you've got everywhere, Facebook, Twitter, fucking anything you want to use.
What
Like
exactly-
an advertisement 2-minute spot at the start of the weekly Pisslo.
Yeah, exactly. Pay us $2 and we'll advertise you. I don't know.
Yeah, $1 a minute advertisement spot at the start and end of Pisslo.
What about a Pisslo community tournament? Let's go.
To be honest, what exactly does BSV do for advertisement?
None as far as I know. Like
Well,
they
we
tell me,
randomly
Shiny,
tweet sometimes on their Twitter, but I don't think they've reached out anywhere for quite a while.
Look,
Alright, so going back to what Collat said, like, we've all seen each other for like 2 years. Like, we've been around, right?
Yeah.
There
Yeah.
aren't any new familiar places, new familiar people in these tournaments, right? It's always the same recycled people. Not to be mean, but it's what it is,
It's just
right?
like LCS, dude.
Yeah.
We're recycled. Leave us alone.
But you don't see any new people that want to play tournaments, right? You might
No.
see like the odd
Yeah.
team here and there. Might have like a group of friends, like, yeah, guys, let's play in this tournament. They get knocked out first round. You never see them again. Gone. And it's
They
just
get
like,
absolutely dumpstered. They get BM'd in the last 2 minutes of the game. They get held hostage while the Nexus is destroyed. They think that was shit. Let's not do that again. They
Yeah.
leave.
and like BSV, like doing the advertisements, like, yeah, it can be, like, I'm not sugarcoat it. It's easy to do. It's
It
not
can be
that hard.
tedious, though. It's
It-
tedious work.
It takes time just to
Yeah.
be consistent with it. As soon as you feel like just like take a week off, don't do anything, whether it's Discord, Instagram, you name it, any type of media that you can like promote your shit, it's not that hard.
yeah.
It doesn't get done though. It's just like, well,
Yeah.
you've seen the same people over and over, and people, it sucks. It
Yeah.
sucks.
Like, give
you
me
know-
$100 and I'll tattoo Chex' name on my chest. Then say, like, come to this tournament and meet this person.
What? Okay.
Well, funnily
Alright.
enough, we do have checks in the chat, so if she wants to comment on this, she can. She's more than happy to.
On Sparky
I-
tattooing her name on his chest.
No, the advertising shit, but maybe the tattoo. Maybe we'll figure it out.
I'll do it on stream. That'll
Wait,
get some hype.
We'll
Side
work out the
note,
logistics.
but somewhat related. Jeb, did I show you? I got my name tattooed on my arm, though.
Wait, no, I haven't seen that. What?
No, I'm in a Zaya feather.
Okay, that's sort of
Oh,
cool.
dude, I have to see this.
Reckless over here. Hello.
I want a picture. I have to see this.
Alright, I guess I'm now.
We'll
Alright,
bring it up on stream. We'll bring it up on stream.
Yeah,
Better
but
be not safe for work picture. Just saying.
Oh, true. All right. Yeah, it's on his
He
cat.
said it was
Yeah.
on his arm, not his dick, Shiny. Wow.
Yeah,
I mean the tattoo, right? It better be like not where it's placed.
Sparky, we get Chex will give you all her Twitch money to not tattoo her name anywhere.
Deal. That's a done deal.
Now I want a contract written up. All right, I want this in writing.
I'll get right on that.
Do you want these on
I'm-
stream or no?
yeah, no, go for it. I don't mind.
All right,
Wait.
on stream.
Did you DM them to Pixie or do you want me to?
I send them to you. I can send them to Pixie as well.
Yeah,
chuck
send them
it-
to
chuck it
me.
Pixie. That looks cool
We
though.
have-
So I just put them in a topic suggestion.
How long have you had that for?
Oh, did you?
A month and a half.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fucking sick.
Yeah, that tattoo looks so fucking cool. Sorry, I only just saw it now.
Oh, thanks.
But yeah, that looks actually so fucking cool. I like it. The line work is very clean.
Thanks, man.
The other day, I posted some shit in the team chat, which you have screenshots of, so you can show them if you want.
You want me to put them up now?
Yeah.
Is
I'd
this
like-
is this the perfect segue?
I want it on the record. I'm pretty sure I figured this out before BSV did, by the way. So,
All right.
um,
Now, which this one first?
yeah, I don't know. One of them
Just
first.
straight into the DMs.
Yeah.
Straight in
So,
to the-
I also got. This isn't me leaking this shit to BSV, by the way. I've had a BSV admin confirm that, or like brag or whatever. I don't fucking know that. They found this. They found other shit on Kraken's mid laner, which they used versus Below Zero, and basically they tied this account to a diamond player. And yeah, I also know of this player for other reasons.
Personally known.
But I don't know. Do you have anything to say on this, Shiny? On Danger?
Danger. Where to begin with this topic?
What can he say?
Someone asked for a Kraken hype video. I don't know if we're even going to end up versing Kraken if they're DQ'd. Actually, why the fuck are they using a Smurf against Below Zero, by the way? Their team is not that bad. like, save Danger for us, and I won't fucking talk about it, but, like,
Dude.
why are they smurfing against the 8th place team?
I guess Kaneki's just scared of the 8th place team. Like, what can I say?
Also, it's so weird because Soul Elixir complained about Kraken Teal, and they weren't even breaking the rules at the time, but then he goes and uses a Smurf on his team? What? Is their top laner not
Wait, is Soul
sandbagging
Elixir the
enough?
support?
Yeah, Soul
Wait.
Elixir is the support, yeah.
Oh, I have a fantastic quote from Soul Elixir from.
Yeah, is this the one that I reposted the other day or pinned?
It probably is, honestly.
Yeah, read it out to us.
Read
Is
it
it
out.
stream
I have
legals?
to go fucking find it, but yeah.
Is it the one
fantastic
in
quote.
AGC memes?
It probably is. It was something to do with Alpha or Helios or some shit like that.
Okay, the quotes I got from him are sucked in Helios, Helios is a joke. Oh.
Yeah, that's it. Helios is a joke, and then you got a Smurf mid cause jokes won. If that ain't fucking iron, I don't know what is, bro. I love it.
Yeah, you've got like 3 people in the chat just asking for clarification again. You might want to read.
Okay, so how do I say this properly? So Kraken allegedly are using a Smurf mid laner. I don't know. The staff have, at the moment, declined to comment whether they are being DQ'd or not, but, like, you can't beat a team using a Smurf and go through the tournament in the playoffs, I think. So,
There's some irrefutable evidence
I imagine
pertaining to this situation.
if the evidence is... If whatever evidence the staff actually have is enough, then Kraken will be DQ'd and we'll end up versing below 0. But I was really looking forward to versing this Smurf player, as you can tell by like the screenshots being shared at the moment.
Yeah, that was gonna be like the highlight of my week next week. But it's a week off. It's a week
I
after.
literally came onto Discord today and I see Shiney, we get to verse him. I'm like, what are they even talking about? Like,
Wasn't the
nah.
old... Wait, who was the mid laner that he replaced as well? Wasn't there a problem with him? regardless?
Lauder or something, I think.
Yeah, I know, it was weird, Matty.
Kraken had an
Yeah.
LCO player play for them. The problem with only DQing the player and not the team, Shuri, is one, they know the player is smurfing, and I'm 100% sure of that because they tried to use him already, and I think were declined by
Isn't their first
admins.
attempt.
2, you can't use a smurf player in playoffs, knock out a team, and continue going on playoffs. That's sort of unfair to the team that they just beat.
At a minimum, they should replay the team with the
I don't
new
think-
mid laner that they're using.
Hey, man, maybe
I don't
that's
think
something
they
you
should
can
even
get
get
with
that
Paul.
They
opportunity.
should be given that opportunity. I think it's pretty poor behavior and they shouldn't be allowed to. But like at a fucking minimum, that should be what's happening. They should not be allowed to move forward. I agree with you there.
I mean,
Yeah.
if they want to play against, like, if the admins want to wait until they play against us so we can smack them, I'm happy to go and play against below 0 the next week. We'll just
If
verse
they-
both of them.
Ken just says, fuck them.
Fuck 'em.
Although,
Kick him to the curb.
the funny thing about this, right, is like this dude, he knows the Smurf, right? And it's bad. It's not very good for Kraken. But when you look at Samo, the jungler, the manager for their academy team for Kraken AU, it must mean that they know about this guy being a Smurf and
Yeah.
openly allowing him to Smurf on this team. So it's just like that's not a good look. That's a very
That's
bad look.
Yeah,
Dude, he's
well,
just whacked.
they've already
Doesn't
said,
Kraken
like,
have like legitimate teams in like high elo tournaments and stuff every now and then.
yeah.
Like, aren't they like supposed to be like very well respected, or like they're supposed to be quite professional. Yet
Are you
their
referring to
lower end
Kraken?
teams are doing this. Yeah, Kraken. Aren't they supposed to be?
Kraken have an established name for themselves because they have had high elo teams enter events and do
Oh,
somewhat
the
well.
organization is just washed.
But I wouldn't say the organization is washed, but this is probably, at least to my knowledge, like the 4th time Kraken as an organization has had Smurfs to some degree, be it in high elo teams or lower elo teams. Like it keeps happening with Kraken. It seems to be a consistent thing. Like the only org that I think's consistently smurfed more than Kraken is a tie between probably Stormwolves and TNS.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think that it's weird that this guy complains about like one of their other teams actually not breaking the rules, but then they go and break the rules themselves, like full on.
Yeah.
Hey.
Continuing on with this, right? BSV have had a few leaks lately. Like Envy leaked the rebrand thing the other day.
It's always envy.
Do you guys think that some leaks are good, or like should BSV actually be worried about these leaks and shit?
Yeah, I haven't seen these. Could someone send them to me if they just happen to have them, please?
I don't think BSU should be worried. I think they should be worried if they don't change anything. If they stay the same, it's just going to be shit for the long term, you know? It's just not going to be very good for them.
Yeah.
I feel like changing it up was good. I like it.
Well,
Get it done.
the reason we didn't talk about the rebrand thing is because it doesn't actually have anything to do with tournaments. I don't care about it, and also, like, I felt like that's something that they should get to announce themselves.
Hey.
I don't know, with like people smurfing and like other shit, I feel like they should just be honest with the community as well, rather than
Yeah.
just trying to keep
Yeah,
secrets.
for sure.
Like some leaks build hype, and other leaks can be damaging. It's just like you've got to address it as soon as you know. Decide
Yeah.
on what's the best course.
And
Either
like,
own up to it or don't
You know,
comment.
I don't think they should be concerned about every leak. I think that they should just be honest with people for most of them, and then for the important stuff like the rebrand, if they want to keep hype for and not have leaked, then I think staff would respect that more.
It concerns me at how this information actually got out. Not so much like, I'm not blaming Envy for leaking it. I'm saying, how did the information get to Envy in the first place, more so? Which clearly means that the inner circle of BSV, and I'm fairly sure this is well known, it's just like very loose-lipped, and
Yeah.
like
I mean-
secrets and important information is very not well respected.
Hey.
Yeah.
That comes back to the
Thanks,
earlier
Ken.
comment of some staff are there that want to BSV to succeed, and other people are just riding the tailcoats and cruising along,
But-
not doing anything.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
the owners of BSV have leaked shit themselves in the past.
Yeah.
That's how we found out about shit as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we think it's a tactical leak?
Tactically.
Which
Man,
one? What? I don't think either of these are tactical leaks, my friend.
I don't
I
think.
feel like people just like drama way too fucking much, and they're too immature to just like remove themselves from the situation and just be objective about it, right? Like everyone thinks they got this juicy fucking gossip, and then they go share it with all their fucking mates. Like, I like in regards to your question about should BSV be worried about the leaks, I think 100% they fucking should. There's absolutely no goddamn way I want to work. Okay, so firstly, I feel like the staff team should be a fucking team.
I agree.
Full
Yeah.
stop, should be a team.
Yeah.
And I don't personally want to work on a team with people I can't trust. And if people are leaking information, then that you can't trust them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
So I think full stop, they should be concerned with the leaks, because I think if people are leaking information, it's because of like a couple of reasons, right? Either people don't like the decisions, and they're like, I guess, leaking shit to try and like, I don't know, force community to agree with them and like try and change it. They either just don't care about being a staff member full stop, in which case they should be removed, or they just want to like spread the drama because they don't feel like they're being listened to on the staff team, and like maybe the community will fight their battle for them, but like that's not the right way to go about it either. And I feel like in all of those scenarios, like it's just not okay. There shouldn't be any reason for like the staff team to feel like they can't talk amongst each other, right? And I feel like I've worked on multiple staff teams and multiple organizations, and like this is the first one I've been on where leaking has been this big of a fucking problem. Like it might happen once or twice. Sometimes people just can't keep things to themselves, especially when it comes to like stuff that would be considered drama, like for example, teams being DQ'd or players being accused of smurfing. Stuff like that almost never stays quiet for long. and understandably that shit like spreads like wildfire. But if like it's your staff that are doing this, then like I feel like it's a big issue because you need to be able to rely on them, and that's where the reliability starts to differ. On that note as well, how do you deal with it when it happens? Like you just got to have a meeting, get everyone together and talk about it. If you say things behind other staff members' backs to other people who are staff, and then those staff tell the other staff, then like it's like fucking Chinese whispers. You got all these idiots talking behind each other's back when you're
Yeah.
supposed to be a team working together. Like that's so fucking stupid. And like I know like a couple of these leaks I've been accused of, even though I could not fucking care less about this retarded ass drama. All I give a shit about is events and playing competitive. There's like personal dramas that I've been accused of leaking, and it's like these motherfuckers don't even come talk to me, right? To like say, hey, this has been said, we want your take on it. We're not accusing you of anything. We just, want to speak to you about it and have a discussion like mature fucking adults. And I'd be more than happy to have that conversation. But that didn't happen. Instead, shit got said behind my back. And from what I can tell, no one's really said anything and no one's really dealt with the issue at hand. And I think that's just an incredibly immature way to go about it. We should all just like get our shit together and actually like realize that like we're not here for like personal gain. We're not here to elevate ourselves above like everyone else. We're here because we want to offer a service to players. We want to offer a service to the community. It's not like we have something they want. We're doing this for them. So like we should all be walking towards that goal rather than like saying shit to each other or like leaking shit to other people. Like 100% they should be worried. 100% they need to have a meeting and get it like fixed because like the person who leaked it is obviously never going to come forward because anything they say from that point onward would mean nothing to anyone else. So like that person is never going to come forward. So like as upper management, you kind of just have to be like, look, okay, clearly there's issues. Clearly the staff team are like leaky crap, and that's not fucking okay. So I'm going to sit them all down and just say, look, this is how things are going to run. We're supposed to be a team and working together. And like we can't work as a team if people are going to be deceitful, if people are going to leak stuff or like say shit that's not true to others, right? Because it kind of makes the organization look bad as a whole, and we're all there to make it look good. You know what I mean? So rather than just fucking have these cloak and dagger fucking antics, just get everyone together, talk to them like fucking people.
I mean, if this is still happening as of right now, and they're trying to do like a rebrand, what's the fucking point? It's still going to be shit, right? It's still going to have issues. It's still going to be there. If the structure doesn't change, it's going to suck. It's going to continue to suck.
100%. Yeah. Everyone needs to be on the same page. Forward together. Said.
There's a... I'm not sure what you guys think of him, but like I listen to LS's podcast every now and again, and he was talking about like Path to Pro and stuff, and it's like you need to know everyone, but you can't make any deep connections with people at the same time because that leaves you open to being backstabbed. I feel like
it creates personal biases.
Yeah, the low elo, this one called the Pisslo community in Oath, is like a prime example of everyone knows each other, everyone talks about it. There's no professionalism at all. Things are spoken to between people that shouldn't be. Admins talk to other admins. Admins talk to players. Players talk to org owners. Whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, like there's a lot of baggage that can't be changed because it's gone on for so long, completely unchecked, and it's clearly not being checked now because there's still shit being leaked, right?
Yeah.
So if they did want to do an actual rebranding, which isn't a bad idea because that's a good way to drop a lot of baggage, you have to drop the people that are tied to the baggage with the rebranding. And that is something that's going to burn bridges and hurt people's feelings, and that is the personal side of all of this. But if you want to be a good professional organization that has legitimate like sponsorships and holds like a creditable tournament and has a good community and that brings in more people, not just the same recycled 200 people that have been playing here for 3 years. You want to bring in new people, you have to have a professional environment where no one gets around when no one gets a bypass for like no one gets a pass for like doing shitty things or talking about sorry, my blind's like starting to dip now. For like leaking information or doing anything like that. Like everyone needs to be held accountable, and it needs to be held to a high professional level for things to just like work better.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, at the end of the day, like, leaks will be a problem because it shows distrust and it needs to be fixed. Like, plug the fucking leak.
Yeah. Like fix the
but
problems.
like
plug the
in
leak,
terms
do your
of
rebranding, and then build a new professional
yeah, whether
community.
whether you're like an organization that runs like a dumbass Minecraft server, if you're an org that runs a bunch of league tourneys, or if you're a fucking, you know, billion-dollar investment hedge fund, you still have to be professional about it.
Yeah.
And you still have to understand that you're offering a service to people. It's up to them whether or not they utilize you. So you have to make sure you're offering the best you can and not be complacent and work together as a team. That's the only way you'll move forward and be successful. If it's one person calling all the shots, or like a small group of people calling all the shots, or like one person says something in someone's ear and then everyone else goes along with it, like just being fucking sheep, then like you're never going to improve because it's essentially just one person's input. You need everyone's input, everyone's opinion, everyone needs to feel listened to, and everyone needs to feel valued. And I think the reason that the leaks are happening, like to be fair, like I could have sworn 4 months ago none of this shit was a thing, and now all of a sudden there's all this crap getting leaked. Like
What?
I don't know what, like I personally don't know what the fuck happened. I wish I did. But whatever's happened, like people clearly don't feel like they're listened to.
I know
And I
why
think that
people
needs
don't
to be
feel
addressed.
valued and they're not listened to, because they aren't. Do you feel valued on the staff team, G-Man? If you don't want to comment, that's fine. But
No,
Like,
I'll
as-
comment. I feel like no, it's okay. I feel like it's my personal opinion, and I am entitled to it. So yeah, I'll share.
This is your
honestly-
opinion on the record that is separate from BSV's opinion, by the way.
Okay, not speaking as a person, right? Like I am a person, not just a fucking dude online. Like
Yeah.
no, I don't feel valued, and I don't feel listened to. That being said, I have not given BSV my best, so I'm not exactly entitled to anything, and I don't think that at all. Like I joined BSV midway through a tournament, and then I had like fucking halfway through a semester of uni, and I had a bunch of exams and shit come up. So like I haven't given BSV my best, so like I expect absolutely nothing in return. But that being said, no, I don't feel listened to. Like there have been criticisms given, there has been input given, and usually it's dismissed or ignored. Certain things that are quite big should be discussed as a team, and people should be allowed to give their input. Whether or not anything's changed is completely different. People should still be allowed to give their opinions, though, and
Yeah.
people should still feel valued and listened to. That does not happen.
And probably when you started working with them.
Oh
like,
yeah, no.
helping
When
them
I
out.
signed on, I said to the person who recruited me, I said very specifically, I'm only going to do this if it's a team environment where people
Yeah.
work together, not one or two people calling the shots. And I was reassured heavily that that was the case.
I was gonna say probably the other thing is the way they presented the offer with you. I doubt it was very professional in its like presentation, right?
Yeah, no, not really.
It was a bit more like, oh hey, do you mind helping us out? You want to do this? We're just kind of a little bit more like a bit of a favor, and you were like, yeah, sure. Am I
sort of.
wrong in saying that?
Sort of. It was done through DMs. It wasn't some sort of official application process. That being
Yeah.
said, my specific recruitment's a little bit unique because, like, I'd worked with orgs before.
Yeah.
I'd worked with one of the owners of BSV very closely for several years in, like, the tournament scene. So, like, we know each other quite well. And, I mean, he knows what I can offer. I know what he can offer. You know, I feel like we both work well as a great team. And so, like, I was more than happy to go for it. Like, I didn't need some official fucking application or anything like that. It sort of just kind of happened on the day. But yes, I was led to believe it was a team thing, and I truly think that's what he intends for it to be. It's just whether or not that's being achieved is a different story, right? Like people can want something, but whether or not that's realistic is different. And yeah, I'll
probably
be
just,
completely
like, not
honest. At the
enough
moment,
respect
no,
going around
I don't exactly feel like valued or like your opinions matter, but I'm sure that'll change with
It's
things
okay,
moving
G-Bear.
forward
We
because
value you and your opinions.
Yeah, but
We
as
I mean, clearly my
respect you,
opinion's
G-Bear.
valued here. We got 16 viewers. Fuck yeah.
G-Bear lives matter, guys.
Nah, but like no, and I said to him like I'll give 110%, and if it's like something I believe in, but if it's not something I believe in, then like it's hard to make people work for it, right? And given that it's like a volunteer situation, like the only way you can keep people motivated is if they believe in it, and I think making people feel valued is a good way to do that.
And just a quick question, G-Bear. Because you feel this way, do you want to then put 100% in? Like at the moment, see me, you're feeling this way. You don't want 100% in? Or
Me
what?
personally, at the moment, yeah, because I think like if you don't do anything, like for example, if you just complain about shit, nothing changes, right?
Yep.
If you actually put effort in to like make the change that you want, then like it's a bit different, right? And I feel like there have been some BSV staff members that have just kind of dipped from the staff team because they weren't happy, and I can understand why they left. But I think it's better to stay and try and make things better than just kind of crack it and leave, right? It just seems kind of
Yeah.
immature.
But
Oh.
after a while, you get sick of not being listened.
Well, maybe I agree
I
that.
mean, if it's an impossible task to enact the change you want, then yeah, you got to call it at some point and just like move on with your life. But I mean, at the moment, nah, I think they mean well. It's just whether or not that's the case. Like people do have IRL shit that can get in the way, and that's the case for the smaller admins that have like smaller responsibilities as much as it is for like the other admins that have much larger responsibilities. And so it
like don't
might
get me
alter
wrong.
here or there, but whether or not they try to work on it moving forward, that's kind of the difference, right?
Yeah,
And
don't get me wrong. I think everyone over at BSV means, like the main people mean well, and the people who do try, like it is a volunteer-based thing, right? It's a community given thing. It's like your local like fucking tennis club or footy club. It's like all locally run, owned, funded, helped out, and it only works because the community wants it to work. So when things start coming up, that clearly means people in the community are not wanting it to work. And the only reason they do that is they had personal problems or issues. So it's like, you just need to like... those things need to be just kind of like fixed and moved aside, or those people removed from places of power where they can influence things. And then I'm sure, like, in not too much longer, it would go back to running pretty... I say smoothly, I mean that, like, in a good way. Like, I'm sure it could go to running as smooth as it has ever run before. Very shortly, with just a few changes.
Yeah, no, and I completely agree. Like, I guess I could talk about a personal issue I had. I personally didn't agree with the playoff format, for example, the 1-3-2-4 thing, right?
Yeah.
And when I voiced that opinion, it was basically, sorry, we're not changing it. Better luck next time. And it's like, that's not how you make your staff feel valued or listened to. That's like the entire opposite. And it wasn't, and to be fair, it wasn't really just me. I was actually agreeing with other people that mentioned it. But yeah, I was one that got kind of kicked in the nuts because I wanted to talk about it. But I guess, I don't know. Like, I'm under the impression things are supposed to be a discussion. It's not really anyone antagonizing anyone else. It's literally just people talking.
Yeah, it sounded like you just
like
wanted
we
to have
all
a conversation about it and work, just decide on what was best to go forward to. Even if it doesn't get changed this time, at least you know for next time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and you don't even have to like do anything. Like, you can just talk and discuss things and plan things. Like, you don't have to do everything fucking overnight. Like, it can be hard getting everyone with so many different availabilities all online at the same time to all talk about this shit. But like, and so like I get that, but like these decisions don't need to be made overnight either. Like, we have time to sort of discuss things and work things out and figure out what our best like plan is moving forward, right?
Yeah, and as you guys, I'm assuming you want to run more tournaments in the future. At least then you can have make a decision for future events too, not just this one that's currently going.
Yeah,
and like you kind of have a week in between everything as well. Like you almost have 5 days of possible discussion time before you're forced to like make an opinion. If you were forced to make decisions on a weekly basis, it's like you kind of still have 5 days in between every, like, say Friday, where the decision needs to be made by. So like you've got time to talk with people. You've got time to like put the information there, maybe type it in a chat. Obviously group chats that exist. It's like everyone can check it eventually. It's not like you guys are fucking rushed
And I mean,
to make decisions on the spot after one day.
Yeah, exactly. And if someone declines to give their input, safe to say they're just indifferent to the particular topic, and so you can just sort of like leave it. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you pose like you said with the group chat, it's like, hey, we're talking about this particular topic, XYZ topic. Let us know your opinions and what you think. If like one dude doesn't fucking reply for like several days to that like group chat or this group discussion, and then after that particular thing is implemented, he's like, oh, by the way, I didn't agree. It's like, well, dude, you had your chance to voice your opinion and you didn't. You elected not to. Like, we can't wait around forever. Like, I feel like people are pretty reasonable with things like that. And like that's part of working as a team, is like, you know, compromise, being reasonable about things. Like, if some people can't get to it, then I guess, you know, sorry, mate, you can't have an opinion on this particular issue. Like, we can't wait around forever to for people to give opinions, but like, we can also, you know, be a bit like, you know, proactive, I guess is the word.
They're proactive in the leak witch hunt by blaming people. Like, I know some of the shit that you got blamed for, because I was dragged into that shit as well, and that should have never been in your fucking staff Discord. It's disgusting that that shit was in there just to make fun of one person.
Whoa.
Hey.
Yeah, it was that was pretty fucked up. But I'll be real, as soon as I saw it, I couldn't care less.
Yeah, exactly. That's not something that you
that
would
sort
share.
of shit
and, like,
is like I know other people have engaged in that sort of stuff, and even people that were friends of mine. But like, is the cringiest fucking shit I have ever witnessed.
Yeah,
and
it's kind of hot though, right?
like,
okay, wait, I'm not saying anything specific, by the way.
I'm not either. I'm just saying that it is fucking retarded, and I could honestly, like, I'm in that chat for events and like competition. I could not give a fuck about some personal drama.
Basically,
and then like when I hear from someone, it's like, "Oh, bro, you leaked this shit." It's like, what the fuck? I didn't even know it was a thing. I couldn't care less. Yeah, sure, whatever. Tell them I leaked it. I couldn't give a fuck.
I require a DM.
Yeah, I feel like we need to...
Okay, bro, okay, no DMs to anyone, but they shouldn't be accusing people of leaking shit. They should just be like, hey guys, we're a team, let's work together, and then people will feel more a part of the team. You're not the only one being accused of leaks, I'm sure of it. You're just being accused because you're associated with us.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. I cop a lot of shit just because I'm associated with you guys, and but to be fair, that's also like complete bullshit. Like, I should be judged on what I do, right?
Yeah.
Like, not people I hang out with do.
And that's why I ask everyone else on your team for leaks and not you.
Yeah. Nah, but like fuck. The fucked up thing is what I was saying before. Remember when I said like they just said shit behind other staff members' backs? They didn't actually talk to them about it like mature adults. Yeah. That's part of the fucking thing. It's like I was accused of this leak, but no one came to me and spoke to me.
Oh, I told
Literally
you.
no one. Oh well, I mean, yeah, no one from BSV came and spoke to me. It was all just shit said behind my back, and it's like, I didn't know what, like, this drama blew up. Like, I got back from the gym, right? I got on my Discord, and like all this shit like blew up, and I was just like, what the fuck even happened? And then I was like, you know, it's like 3 in the morning. I don't fucking care. I went to bed, got up the next day, and then apparently I was being accused of this shit as well, even though I had no clue what the fuck even happened. And so like I was pretty fucking tilted, because like if someone literally just came to me and spoke to me, it could have been sorted out in 10 minutes. But instead it's been this like stupid shit that's been said behind other people's backs and has been allowed to fester, and people have developed grudges over it, and it's just so fucking toxic and stupid. And yeah, nah, bro, it really ain't a team environment.
It's more fun burning people on the stake, honestly.
Okay, well,
yeah.
I think we've got all of that out of our system now.
Yeah.
Maybe we go on to something actually Pisslo related and talk about the caves this week. So
that was a good G there, right then.
You think I want to hop in for Div 1?
Ken, could you make your way over to the channel?
Come tell us why Exile are allergic to hitting the Nexus.
Also, That's low key. That rant sounded like G-Bear fucking complaining about his team not calling him MIA.
Look, I
You
could complain
fuckers
about-
don't. And when you do call MIA, you don't even punish your lane opponent.
Hi,
You just,
Ken.
like, push a free wave into the tower, and then you fuck off and, oh, Shiny, let's have a reset. Like, you're gonna tower play? Nothing.
Gee, but I could complain about playing the same champion each and every week and not hearing my opinion about playing like Zac support from time to time or Jarvan support or like. I
Bro,
don't
play
know,
the Zac
Ash.
support. My coach has made me a fucking Ari one trip.
No, I said, would you like to? And you say, sure, I'd like to.
Because I will play whatever my coach wants me
Alright.
to play, because I want to win.
I said,
Yeah, it's like, what do you
you?
want? Do you want to have fun or do you want to fucking win, boy?
Hey
I wanna
Ken,
win.
how did weekend go versus Exile this week?
Yeah.
Ah.
Where is it? Where is it? There we
Look.
go.
Ken sucks.
It definitely wasn't our greatest set of games, but we managed to get the dub. That's all that matters. But I definitely let the boys know that they're pretty dog shit after it. Didn't go that well.
You
But
win?
we won. We went to WoW,
Yeah, wins a win.
but it's
There
a
were
win,
some
but-
exciting games to watch.
No, they weren't, bro. I was ready to rip my head out. I couldn't do it. I could not do it. I don't know. Weekend has this really bad habit of if they're versing a shit team, they play shit, and if they're versing a very good team, they play very well. So that's good because as we progress, we're going to be versing better teams, so we should get better. But we can only find out, I guess.
Actually, I can't see that.
Will you verse Ziz next time, right?
Yeah.
And they dropped the game against one of the MCOM teams.
Yeah, so Ziz actually have Get Back playing for him now.
What?
The old Dival's mid laner. He's
Yeah.
playing mid lane for him. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Okay.
He played ADC for him the last week we versed him, like the last week of the normal season, and we managed to beat him. But he's back to his main role in mid. Because Rookie doesn't really play the game. He's just a Warzone goblin. So I'm pretty sure they're bringing in Get Back. So we're looking to verse Get Back next Monday. Well, the Monday after.
That should be good.
Yeah, it's good. Rue's looking forward to it. But yeah, so we got them. They'll definitely be the hardest game. I think if we get past Ziz in a couple of weeks, I reckon we're favourites to win the tourney. But historically, we've struggled against Ziz in best of series. So let's fucking hold on.
All right.
How will you go up against Threshy the King, though?
What do you mean? Is he
How will you
playing?
go? I mean, maybe he might be.
Who's he playing for?
We don't know, but he's a king, so.
What are you on about? You're on drugs, bro.
What is with you and drugs, by the way, Jacob? Can we just...
Okay. Alex, Arcadian, he's like, every now and then he'll just be like, all right, you've convinced me, I'm gonna do a cone. So, like,
Is he in Vic?
no, he's in.
Oh, bro, I was gonna say, like, will he give me free coaching if I drop him off a few Gs?
Okay, not that you'd actually do that because that's illegal at all, but...
Oh, yeah, true. Yep.
Because
Mhm.
That's illegal.
Nah, but at one point his IGN was Adderall. His IGN was Adderall Gaming, so like that just
Ah.
came to my mind, and that's why I'd be pissing admins off with it.
That's why you're addicted.
True, Adderall Gaming.
So that's why you went and asked the admins the other day if you could take Adderall.
Yeah, it's for Alex, not for me.
But what?
Oh.
What? Okay, there was a lot more in your ticket than that, I'm pretty sure, but
There was,
we'll
there
move on. Is that it for Div 1?
Dude, just get a diagnosis like me and Shiny, then you can have Adderall whenever you want.
Oh, we got Weeknight. Weeknight's still in as well.
Yeah, so they play
Bro.
next week, right?
Oh,
They've got the fucking bracket from the gods, dude. They have Carnivorous Academy in the first week.
all I'm
And-
saying is, I'm a Vendrick fan.
Is that on stream? That one? Is that
Uh,
game 3?
I think it is, yeah. No, they're game 4. I don't think they are actually. No, they're second seed. So yeah, they should be streamed.
Yeah, they'll be streamed then if they were
Yeah.
second seed, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so no, I think Weeknight will easily run it through because I think they have Carnivorous Academy and then I believe one of the MCOM teams, MCOM M16. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. They're
Oh.
versing one of the MCOM teams, I don't know which.
Yeah.
Can we just go back to the rebranding thing? As long as BSB
Oh
does
my
a
god.
rebrand like MCOM did,
Okay,
they're all
no.
sweet. Okay.
the rebranding where they kick everyone good and like keep all the toxic cons. That
I
rebranding?
think it was more of the name thing
Oh,
with them comp.
Yeah, I think
Were
I
you-
think I need a rebrand as well.
Were you boys around with the Weekend Warriors rebrand?
No.
I don't think you were, no.
I don't think so.
We
Was this
actually had a
when-
rebrand recently. I'll find the tweet. We like did a teaser and
mean-
everything for it, man.
You mean the barbecue dude? And you changed from
yeah,
barbecue
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah,
to the helmet?
yeah.
Yeah, I
So we went
remember
from
the
like
old icon.
we went from a Google Images one, which is like an actual app on your phone you can get. So you can go to your app store and type up Weekend Warriors, and it's a fighting game. We went from that to the muscly man, who everyone said we stole it from the fucking barbecue channel. Which now that I look at it, it looks pretty fucking similar. So we originally weren't gonna rebrand because we're happy with it, and then someone brought it to my attention. I was like, oh, we can't have that, can we? So then we paid some dude $10 to make the logo, and we did a whole rebrand with it. And I'm trying to find the link when we did it.
And now you got a helmet.
Yeah, now we have a fucking helmet with a crown. That's actually the shape. Did you
Oh.
guys know that? The crown's W?
Yeah, yeah,
know
bro.
that?
Dude,
True,
the new
true.
rebrand was so fucking good, man. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Actually
think I've
nice.
seen one of these like smaller, well, not smaller orgs, but like obviously not like a professional org, like do anything like this and actually do it well. It's always like,
Sucking him off, G-Bear.
no,
There you go.
like no, legit. The WKW rebrand was actually the only decent one I've ever seen.
Okay,
It was actually really
all I'm
good.
hearing from him is glok, glok, glok.
Yeah, I chucked the.
No, like, no, the logo is actually like from a graphic design principles is actually very well done.
Still only hearing the
low-key,
glok, glok, glok.
Having a
Okay.
little fucking dude with like round cloud-like muscles was like, yeah, weird. But this is so clean.
mouse pads turn up next week.
Yes, mouse
Oh,
pad.
nice.
Okay.
Get some apparel.
But yeah, look, I think all the other rebrands that have been going around have been pretty half-assed. Like we
Yeah,
did the
yeah.
rebrand because you remember the Divals rebrand when they
Yeah.
went from their fucking shitty logo to the current one.
I thought
Um,
their old one was better.
Yeah, so do I. Like they went from an okay logo to this shitty one.
Alright,
But
so why are you calling it shitty?
what pissed me off about it was they literally dropped they didn't even drop like a teaser. They just said coming soon, and then
And
The
then they
next-
just changed.
yeah,
Then
and then the
it
next day it was this shitty logo, and I was like, what the fuck,
Mm.
man? So when we did ours, we made sure to actually get a little bit of hype behind it.
Give everyone a little bit of a cock tease.
Yeah,
Yeah, turn everyone into G-Bear.
I kind of miss our old logo though. God, it's got some. It just makes me sad.
I
Oh,
prefer
here
the
you
new
go.
Divals one. It's more simple. Like it's,
There you go. It's in the general chat again.
The old one's a little too complicated for.
Yeah, so the bottom one I linked is the teaser we dropped, and then first one I sent is the actual.
Also,
Good.
what's your take on Weeknight, Can? Since they are currently 1-0 against you in the tourney.
Yeah.
They're currently 1-0 against Weekend,
It's
the main team.
fucking weird, man. Like I watched their scrim sets. I don't want to leak too much, but their playstyle's so weird, and Weekend's very calculated. They're like, we know what we're gonna do. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. They should be setting up bot vision to trade the drag, and then all of a sudden, Weeknight are Nexus diving you, and you're like, what? Like, why are you doing that? Like, they have no fundamentals to their gameplay, but it works for them because they're just so raw and aggressive. It comes with Alex. Alex is stupidly fucking aggressive.
He
It
likes
somehow
dying in the
works.
side lane.
He does, man. He really does, but it works for him. Of course, I'm a bit worried, but from my point of view, it's a win-win. Like, if either of my teams win, I don't give a fuck because the only way they'll verse is in the finals.
Hmm.
So, yeah, look,
Well, I most likely think that will be the finals,
you reckon?
unless you guys like shit the bed against Ziz,
Yeah.
because like you guys get scared because of Get Back. Like that's the only way I think you guys lose is if you get like, oh, it's an XOPL, like you start quivering. But
LCO, thank you very much. All right.
True.
he actually hasn't played LCO. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Didn't
they're
he?
different.
Yeah, he's not contracted anymore. That's why he's allowed to play. But he's like
Yeah.
hiding on like Bullfrog 3. His account name is.
Bullfrog 3. Is that
Yeah.
even? Where is it?
Like-
I don't-
Like,
I don't know why he's hiding. Like they did a very dodgy, what's the word I'm looking for? A dodgy attempt of hiding him. So all of a sudden this new Discord join called Bullfrog,
Just
And
put
then,
him on fucking the Get Back account.
Yeah,
Who
that's what I
gives a
mean.
Fuck, it's an open tournament.
Because I'm in the Ziz Discord, all of a sudden Get Back goes offline, Bullfrog 3 comes online, and then when the game finishes, Bullfrog 3 goes offline and Get Back comes online. Might just be a coincidence, but look,
No,
I think
what
there's
do you
something
mean?
fishy there.
No.
And the fun fact, Bullfrog and Get Back both had the same Discord photo.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
Oh,
It's just
fuck.
a coincidence, I think.
But yeah, I don't know why they're trying to hide him. Like, we all know it's Get Back. But, you know, the boys are looking forward to it.
I personally know Rue won't quiver, but you never know.
Rue won't give a shit.
True. Alright, just win then.
They will.
Do you want to know a fun fact, guys? So
Yeah,
we've
fun
been an
fact.
org for like 2-3 years, yeah. It's probably coming up around 3 years now. We've only won one tournament, like major tournament. Like the weeklies, we've won shit tons of them. Like I don't even count them. But
Yeah,
like
it's gotta be
the-
2.
the Sumsock, the OCal, that kind of shit, we've won one, and that was Tesla League, and that was Academy when they were on Div 4. They won the Div 4, bro. No other team has won a tournament under our banner. It's just
We're-
Academy.
We're third place warriors for a reason.
Dude, we've actually came third, I think 4 or 5 times now.
I think it's like 7 or 8 now.
Like
'Cause
we've come
my-
hard stuck third.
My iteration of Academy when I was on it got third like in these
Oh,
tournaments like
yeah.
3 times.
Hey.
Alright, but yeah, well, weekend winning, yes.
Hey, behavior, I'll come smack you.
We've never been at weekend winning, bro. Like, come on. Weekend third place, yeah, we can talk, but I just want to win, man. That's all I want. Hopefully we get a win both in Div 1 and Div 3.
And Div 2.
XD.
No, like Stop Asian Hate is basically a weekend warrior.
You guys are just fucking rejects, bro.
Literally
We don't
just
have any
reject.
room for you, so we just kicked you to the side.
Okay. I'll replace Alex again.
That's pretty much what Exile is too. Like they've got like three of their players used to play for us as well. There's a lot of ex-weekend warrior players going around now.
To be honest, I could still be a weekend warrior player, but I didn't want to play with them anymore.
You're playing, you're playing for grassroots, dude. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Really, though, we're all weekend warriors.
True.
I think
We're
Jacob
all-
just doesn't want to admit that he's not that good anymore, and now he has to coach.
Dude, Jacob's washed.
True.
Jacob's so
Absolutely.
washed,
Yeah.
dude.
So he
Oh,
coaches Alpha now.
Don't
So
tell
I
him I
hit
said
my
that.
peak again. Oh,
You'll be back down soon. Don't worry.
I already am. Don't worry. I played at 5 a.m, bro.
You're gonna go down then. It's gonna be the famous Jacob break. Nah, bro. I'm
Bro,
just gonna relax and play ARAMs for 4 months. Don't worry about it.
These e-girls. Yeah.
I
Oh,
actually-
hey,
e-girls, yeah.
Alpha, you gotta win this game anyway. I'm just gonna go talk to e-girls now. See you later.
Exactly, dude. That's his coaching. Like he's sipping for e-girls half the time.
Do you want to comment on that one,
Okay.
Jacob?
Okay.
How's
You guys with 3 kills, they had 3 kills to 20. I was like, yeah, if they throw this, I'll vote it and then flame them. I'm just gonna leave.
Oh, we're scaling,
Okay.
man. We're
Can
scaling.
you make a comment why we lose scrims when you're around but win them when you're not?
Oh, God.
You lose
Funny,
because
that-
you have too much pressure of me being there because you're scared.
Yeah, performance anxiety.
Yeah, exactly.
Play Ari.
Yeah, it's common in 1 in every 10 men, dude.
I
The
just have that
homoerotic tension that happens in this chat when you're
Yeah,
off
this
stream
chat
affects
is-
your gameplay to extensive levels.
I mean, to be fair, when I say if they do bad, I'll kiss them, so...
This call was just wild tonight, I guess.
Oh, you think I always perform on the
I
day?
told you, don't threaten me with a good time. Like,
I'm distracted, my bad, boys.
Jacob, how did Div 2 go this week, mate? TNS
I don't
played?
fucking know, I didn't watch. I just know TNS stomped.
let's have a look. Let's have a look.
Okay, yes,
Wait,
TNS did stop
which
their
week
game.
are we talking about? Because they've
Yeah.
stomped every week.
They played Ari support and Vayne top.
Yeah, they did they role swapped their
Oh.
players, right? Do you remember who went where?
No, they just played the champions.
Did
Vayne
it?
top, Ari support.
I'm not gonna lie, it's got to be pretty
Didn't Vigi
demoralizing
play?
for the other...
Yeah.
They're in different games, but yeah.
I was gonna say it's got to be pretty demoralizing for the other Div 2 teams to be losing to a team that wants to play RE support.
I mean, yeah, but
Like that's just
No,
that's
they
just
did
your
roll
fucking
sub their
troll.
players a little bit.
Well,
Yeah,
like
Alchanic
that.
played
They-
support
they-
in a game.
Yeah, I
I feel like you got to respect draft at a certain point, though, don't you?
Alright, listen here.
Fuck no.
Like, you know, but you got to respect draft to a certain point. Like,
Yeah, if you lose the
Come
first
on.
2 games, yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
oh, yeah, no, true, yeah. Best of 5, and you've won the first 2, third game, yeah, fuck it.
if you're a full diamond team against like a couple low plats, a gold, a silver, and a diamond, I don't think you have to try that much.
Yeah, true, yeah, no, that's a fair point.
Wait,
Probably
are they
don't
actual
do-
full diamond?
They are. Oh,
pretty much.
Pretty much.
It's up for debate, put it that way. It's up for a very one-sided debate.
A one-sided debate.
And then resilience also 2-0'd Kraken.
I don't know what you guys are talking about, dude. Like,
It's your division.
literally. Like, bro, Ring Reese is like a 30% win rate in plat, and fucking Vigi, he's like plat 1.
We're
And
talking
Will,
about
he doesn't play the
TNS.
game. They're not diamond.
Yeah, okay. But I'm
Yeah.
negative win rate golden. Have you seen my diamond account?
No, because you don't have one.
So you haven't seen
Stop
it.
people accusing him
So
of
you
having
haven't
it,
seen
though.
it.
I know. It's
Oh, is
pretty
it
hard to
Gryffindor?
think Jepman was diamond when you see his fucking teammate in preseason.
My hero's fine, thank you.
Your
Okay.
Timo
But that's the same as
sucks.
Griff. Like, everyone says the man has a fucking GM account, and the dude was playing a 9th plat.
Wait, did I pin that quote in Helios as well? I did, I
GM
did.
one?
Yeah, AGC memes. It's pinned in Helios. This is from like a year ago
Yeah.
or something. A
Reese.
quote from BSV Josh saying, "We can't have people like Gryffindor sandbagging in our tournaments." I just thought that was cool because I didn't even know the dude back then.
Now, all I'm saying is though, like TNS are actually kind of overrated, boys. Like they're fucking handsome, but you're overrating them.
You reckon?
They're having fun and enjoying their time, and they're winning because of it.
No,
Were
but
they-
okay, yeah,
were
but
they
that's
on
what
their
I'm
correct
saying.
accounts
It's like,
in the battlefield, by the way.
Hashtag
who's-
stop.
who's
stop
second
TNS
place?
Hate. Stop
Who-
TNS hate.
yeah, who's second place in Gamma Division?
I don't know.
Who's
Okay.
second place?
I guarantee you they're trying a lot harder than TNS, who's currently first.
Oh, you mean?
And if you're telling
think
me that they're
Arrow's
just
second,
fucking
right?
around playing for fun, then I kind of question why a team that's for funning it is first seed, right?
Yeah.
They,
Hey, man.
they didn't even ban 5 champions.
Hey
That,
man.
that was gonna be my argument,
Bro,
too.
I'm just throwing it out there. That like, if you
man.
write and they're just fucking around having fun, I'm surprised they're first seed.
Hey,
Bro,
man,
they should be a fucking Div
TNS
1
hate.
team.
Stop
Holy
TNS hate.
shit.
Stop TNS hate. Stop TNS hate. Stop TNS hate.
I'll
Bro,
keep saying it. Bro.
If they're
Stop
funny,
TNS
then
hate.
they like haven't lost, bro. Chuck a replace of Rexile. Fuck it.
Nah,
Better than them.
All right, look,
Bro-
look. They've lost to us like multiple times. They're fine.
No, they haven't. When?
Yes, they have.
I'm your coach. I haven't seen it.
Scrims.
No, where are the
Oh,
endgame results
Scrims.
posted in the Discord? Sorry.
We don't post screenshots, you fuck.
Okay, well we have to.
Yeah, because you guys are like hide to go.
Fuck off.
That's not
Why? What's being eyed to goal? Why does that require us to post
Pixie's
screenshots?
platinum, you dog.
Because that way I can look.
No, but that's got nothing to do with scrims.
That way I can
Silver to plat, thank you very much. None of us are iron.
I think you might as well be.
Sorry, bro. Like looking at my demotions, I'm on my way.
Yo, if we're iron to gold, then why are you making us play iron to plat then, mate?
Because you're plat and the team can't find it on the top later.
This is a long ass Pisslo episode.
Where's Kusho? Someone find him. He was in the Discord.
No,
earlier.
Kusho's not coming back after that shit. That's so dumb. I don't know
I'll kill
why
you,
he
Ken.
would do
I'll
that.
kill you. I'll kill you, Ken. Don't make me fucking do it.
Alright, Echo. The Kraken
Bro.
smashed their games. How did we go on ours, lads? Basically Challenger, yeah?
We had Shiney come back.
The basically Challenger boys are actually like really fucking nice. Like, I'm from memory when we were setting up game 1, we had like issues. Was it support issues or something?
It was
Well,
probably
I don't-
Shiny's computer, I think.
Oh yeah, we had
Holy.
issues getting everyone in the lobby, and holy crap, they were so patient and nice, and like, I don't know, it's just nice to play against teams that are there for the competition, not to just like try and like fucking scab a DQ and be like, oh, you were 10 minutes or 11 minutes 39 over. Like, fuck off. Like, they were there to play and they were happy to play, and that was a really good match to play. I was happy with it. It was good. Easy 2-0. Be nice to scrim them if they're down in the next coming weeks, considering
easy.
Well,
Second game, yeah. First game, bit of
actually, I thought the second game was harder.
Oh yeah.
Because okay, so Envy was talking up their mid lane's Akali like a shitload, saying he like one tricks it, he's like really really good at it and stuff. And so when we gave him Akali, I was like, okay, yeah, this is going to be a struggle. But like,
That was first game.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I thought second game was harder.
Bro, I had my Kindred.
I mean,
first game they had.
Like, I suppose.
How did you struggle with
Yeah,
that?
When I'm jumping forward, killing myself, you know the game's done.
Yeah.
To be fair, the game.
Well, maybe I'm just biased because like I'm looking at it from like my perspective, but I haven't watched the replays. To be fair,
I'm gonna be honest.
I'm only going off
that
of
game
memory.
That game one, like, holy fuck, whoever picked that bot lane, holy fuck, FF.
Oh,
The Xerath, whatever, yeah.
I'd be
Xerath
curious.
bot lane was pretty fucking troll.
I'd be curious to find out what they think it was for that bot lane. Like, what were they planning to do with it? What was
Did
their
they have a
goal?
coach?
I think the thought plan had to be
They
Ziggs
do
is
have a
banned.
coach.
What's the champ
They do
sort of
now?
like Ziggs, long
It's
range
Aaron.
and pokey? It must be Xerath.
Mm.
That has
Aaron
to be their thought
drafted him.
But then
process.
why would you pair it with the Thresh? Like, why wouldn't you take the Karma and have the double poke line?
Like,
Well,
That's almost
the
it.
thing is, you
Maybe-
can
maybe he's
play
thinking-
Ziggs with Thresh, but you can't play
Yeah.
Xerath with Thresh, and they
Yeah.
probably don't understand
He-
why you can't play Xerath with Thresh, but you can play Ziggs.
He might be
That's the lack
thinking
of
he
information.
can use Thresh as like a peel bot with the Lantern.
Yep.
Like I know a lot of like pro league
Speaking
teams
of-
will use Thresh basically as a Lantern bot. It's not
Well,
necessarily
Thresh-
for engage. So like
Speak-
if
speaking
Xerath
of-
is getting engaged onto, which to be fair is really hard given his fucking 1,000+ range on like multiple abilities, but like maybe he's just theorizing that he could be a Lantern bot or a peel bot if anyone happens to get on Xerath, since he would
Yeah.
ideally be the like highest threat in that comp.
Did you
but
guys
they
already
fell
pick Zac
so-
before that.
We
Before
we would have. We usually draft.
Yeah, maybe it
three.
was like a mid to late game decision, just like, all right, we can look for picks, start the engage with Thresh, and he can be like a flay bot to stop
Yeah.
Zac's engage.
That's the only reason I can think of the Thresh. Is just to be like a
Yeah.
Lantern bot, just to basically constantly peel the Xerath. But like I feel like if you're using Thresh as a Lantern bot, it like you're not utilizing the full potential of the pick.
Well,
They're-
I mean, Thresh is being played with like Lantern Max at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not as good as 2 or 3 patches ago because they did nerf that the shielding on it because it was being maxed and played around like that with Guardian proccing off the lane
Yeah.
from heaps far away.
Yeah, it was fat shields.
Yeah,
I don't think Thresh is like even pickable actually.
Yeah, I think Thresh is pretty shit.
Yeah.
You see Squishy just doesn't really fit the meta right now. He's been nerfed over and over because of pro play.
Yeah, like regardless of what their attempt was with that bot lane, like Thresh shouldn't be picked, and neither should Xerath. Like that, regardless of the attempt, the intent was shit and lacking informed like decision making,
Yeah.
and the result was also like not good, just
Well,
not
yeah.
even close.
if you got to do that bot lane, just roam with the Thresh. Like, don't play for the lane, play for like
Hey,
everywhere else.
Alright, well, that's it for episode 13. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate it. Hope you all have a good one, and we'll catch you later.